The story of Pawn Stars, once a staple of reality TV, is riddled with scandal, deception, and a downfall that no one saw coming. What was once a beloved show, showcasing quirky deals and historical treasures, ultimately unraveled due to the very scandals that it had tried so hard to keep under wraps. Behind the cameras, the truth about the picture than fans ever imagined. At the center of it all was Rick Harrison, the patriarch of the show and the mastermind behind the gold and silver pawn shop. He built an empire based on trust. His word was his bond, and his shop was a symbol of legitimacy in the world of pawn dealings. But that trust was eroded piece by piece as scandal after scandal hit the family. Rick's son, Corey, was arrested for driving under the influence, a blow to the family's public image. Corey's personal life was spiraling, and his troubles were not limited to drunken bar fights and reckless decisions. He faced legal battles for property damage and even a lawsuit over a wrecked RV. Chumlee, the show's lovable substances and weapons, a situation that threatened to derail both his personal life and the show's reputation. Though Chumlee avoided prison, his public image was irrevocably tarnished, and with it, the show's credibility took a significant hit. But these were only the beginning of the trouble that plagued the Harrison family. The pawn shop, once an iconic business, started to collapse under the weight of various lawsuits. Accusations of shady dealings, misleading appraisals, and outright fraud became a common theme. Customers began to question the authenticity of the appraisals and the legitimacy of the items featured on the show. Some claimed that valuable coins and artifacts were being melted down or sold off without proper documentation, raising concerns about the integrity of the business. Then came the infamous gold coin debacle. A company marketed rare gold coins using Rick Harrison's name and face in their promotional materials, promising investors huge returns. Unfortunately, many of these coins turned out to be fake, and the company disappeared, leaving behind angry customers who were out thousands of dollars. Though Rick tried to distance himself from the mess, the damage was already done. The public saw him as complicit, and the lawsuits flooded in. This was the turning point, the moment when the trust built over years of public appearances and TV stardom completely shattered. But the worst was yet to come. Corey Harrison, whose actions had already brought embarrassment and shame to the family, committed a crime so severe that it landed him behind bars for life. The gravity of this crime, coupled with the prior scandals, was too much for the pawn forgiving. The gold and silver pawn shop, once a bustling tourist attraction, saw its customer base dwindle as former fans turned their backs on the show. Employees spoke out about the backroom deals, the staged transactions, and the way the business had been run. The reality of the shop's operations, carefully hidden behind the facade of a reality TV show, was finally exposed. It was revealed that many of the items appraised on the show had been pre-approved for authenticity before even entering the doors. What had been sold to the audience as authentic, high-value finds were in reality part of a carefully crafted illusion. Pawn Stars, a show that had once captivated millions with its supposed authenticity, was nothing more than a polished, edited illusion. Rick Harrison's empire, built on trust, had crumbled under the weight of its own deceit. The scandals surrounding the show